Welcome to the Pilotfish XCS eiConsole for ACORD Life, Annuity and Health product quick tour. The XCS eiConsole for ACORD LAH is the faster, better, cheaper way to build, manage, and maintain ACORD-compliant interfaces. Over the next few minutes, we'll show you some of the highlights of the product. The XCS eiConsole for ACORD LAH includes a library of pre-developed templates for each and every one of the ACORD TX Life transactions according to the ACORD spec. What this means is if you need to build a new interface or model a new transaction, it's as simple as selecting one of these pre-developed interface templates, cloning it, and configuring it. Interface development in the eiConsole is as simple as paint by numbers. It's used by a developer or a business analyst to configure the flow of data between a source system and a target system, or many sources and many target systems sharing the same transaction type. A source system produces data that's then picked up by a listener. The eiConsole supports a wide variety of listeners, including passive things like web services, or proactive, scheduled, or periodic invocations. Pre-processing can then be done to validate the data, decompress the data, or decrypt the data. XCS eiConsole source transformations will take non-XML data and translate it into an XML format, and then use XSLT to map that data onto an ACORD format or other canonical data format. Non-self-describing data is converted to XML using the file specification editor. The file specification editor allows you to describe the structure of a flat file and convert it very easily into an XML representation. Logical data mapping occurs in the XSLT tool, the XCS data mapper. The data mapper is a best-of-breed drag-and-drop data mapping tool that has a source format on the left, target on the right, and then a logical mapping in the middle. Unlike other tools, the XCS data mapper was built specifically to support the ACORD standards, which means that it can read in the entire ACORD Life schema release, including not only the full unaltered schema file, but the metadata file that includes the detailed typecode information. By doing this, we're able to offer the ACORD documentation in line, as well as all transaction typecodes. One tedious element of building ACORD interfaces is tabular mapping from proprietary codes into ACORD codes and vice versa. The XCS data mapper makes that easy with the easy tabular code mapping tool. Typecode values are pre-populated for the target when it's ACORD, and all you need to do is map your proprietary source values onto those. If you want to slice or extend the ACORD schema, the data mapper includes a full set of schema maintenance tools, including a schema slicer and the ability to add attributes, fields, and elements to the model. Custom typecodes can also be created. After translating data to a canonical model, we can then route it. The eiConsole supports complex routing rules as well as transaction monitoring that proactively notifies you if you fail during the course of transaction execution. A target transform will then take your canonical transaction and translate it into the specific format the target system requires. This can be just as simple as changing the version of this transaction or a wholesale change into a different proprietary format. Finally, transports handles connectivity to the target system. We handle both batch and real-time data transmission. After the developer has gone through and configured each of the topology elements, there's a testing mode within the console. The testing mode allows you to integration test various components together without ever deploying the interface to the EI platform. When the developer is happy with what they've done, they'll return to the file management window and deploy the interface to the runtime environment. As you can see, the XCS eiConsole for ACORD Life, Annuity and Health is certainly the faster, better, cheaper way to build ACORD compliant interfaces. To get started, try the Getting Started tutorial.